Hi, my name is Leah Kent of leahcherrykent.com. I am a writer and intuitive brand consultant, which means I help visionary women just like you bring their body of work into the world. And of course, one of the ways that we clarify our message and activate the power of our voice is through some form of expression, usually through writing, which is why I love helping other people write and find their voice. And I want to share a really fun practice and ritual that can help you activate your intuition and boost your creativity while you're writing or before you're doing a different kind of writing. And what this little ritual that I do is using oracle decks. So I use oracle decks for intuitive writing sessions. I'm going to tell you why I do this and why I think you might love giving this a try. So when we are looking at visual imagery, we're activating a part of our brain that is connected to archetypes and symbols. So we leave the linear world of language and we bridge into the visual world of symbology and archetypes, and where things can really knit together, right? Just the very fact that we call it a picture, to see the whole picture, right? We're seeing an entire world, and this just activates a different part of our brain center. So when we're in this visual realm, we're better able to access different aspects of our intuition and our creativity. So what we're bridging is the visual and the language through writing. So how I do this is by choosing an oracle deck. I happen to have an enormous collection of tarot and oracle decks. And what I'm looking for is just artwork that really resonates with me and inspires me, that I feel joyful when I'm looking at and when I'm working with it. And I take a card, usually one, sometimes two or three, and I set them up in front of my writing area. And I do this on my computer or in a handwritten journal. Either way, I find is effective. And all I'm doing is intentionally using this card as the spark for a creative writing session. By creative, I mean I'm doing an intuitive, free-flowing writing session. I'm not criticizing or editing. I'm not writing for a result. This is really a writing practice that is just nourishing me and helping me open up my channel of creativity, get my juices flowing, get my pen or my fingers moving in the direction of writing and self-expression. So I pick my card, and if you've never done this before, you might have a feeling of, I don't know where to start. So what I suggest is just write what you see. So that's just, I'm seeing a jaguar, and I'm seeing an eagle, and there's a river, and you just start by describing the card. That will often flow pretty easily into something that maybe feels more soulful or juicy or creative. What I sometimes suggest is to think about a dialogue. So if you want to imagine what different characters in the card are saying to one another, that can be a really beautiful pathway to something rich and nourishing. And you can also just start recording the emotions that it's stirring up in you. What is your response to the card? So not just describing what you're seeing, but describing how you're feeling about it, how you are reacting to it, what are you making it mean? Or perhaps it's reminding you of a memory in your life, and this is an opportunity to write that down in a new way, or to see things with a fresh perspective. So really, where this takes you is truly unlimited. You can just, if this is just a stepping stone, it's just a spark to get you writing. So if you are using this as kind of like a warm-up, then it's very useful to set a timer and just say, I'm going to do 10 minutes of intuitive writing with this card, and that's going to be enough to kind of get me into that writing space before I perhaps apply myself to a more specific project, like a book or email copy, newsletter that you're writing to your community, something more quote unquote professional. And then so you've set your timer, and then you go into your other writing, and you just put that to bed. It's just a practice session. A question that I'm guessing you're going to have for me is, which deck should I choose? So what I will say about this, there are so many decks available these days. Tarot and Oracle are experiencing an amazing moment right now. There are so many decks, and a lot of them are just so unbelievably beautiful. And there's new ones coming out practically every single month. So even if I shared some specifics, they might be outdated by the time you're watching this. So what I will do though is say what's most important is to find a deck that really speaks to you. To look for imagery that resonates with you, that inspires you, that when you look at it, you feel a sense of joy or connection. And to research the decks, one little trick that I like to share with people, you can of course go to a store if you happen to have a metaphysical store or some kind of a bookstore where they might have decks that you can actually look at the cards. That can be really helpful. If you don't have access to that and you're shopping online, then when you find something that the cover art appeals to you, take the name of that deck and search for that name and then like a review or an unboxing. So if you said, Rider-Waite Tarot review or Rider-Waite Tarot unboxing, you will probably find some results of somebody who's gone through every single card and taken some pictures, or they've made a video where they show you every single card one by one. So you can kind of get a preview by searching in those ways. Not everybody knows to do that, except for people like me who collect a lot of Oracle decks. So hopefully that will help you to find something that you really love. And then just give it a try. If you really don't like it, you can give it to somebody else, or you could sell it on a secondhand tarot and Oracle website. But just, you can probably get a sense of what resonates with you. Give this a try. See what it feels like to write with the inspiration of this visual imagery. See what creative juices get turned on by doing this practice. So I really hope that this helps you and that this serves you and fuels your creativity and helps you bring your work into the world. If you have other questions about this or anything else around intuitive writing, you can leave me a comment below this video. You can also send me an email, hello@leahcherrykent.com. I love hearing from you. So thanks so much for your time. I hope this helps, and I look forward to seeing what beautiful work you're bringing into the world.